All right, all right. So today is going to be another one of these KBFIT 2.0 critiques, Kamron. And this exercise I'm going to critique is going to be about 2 weeks ago doing a single arm row. Now there's multiple ways to do rows. You'll see people doing them either on a bench, similar to how I'm doing them, but on a bench with the bench support. Sometimes people use the bench with their knee supporting one side and their other foot planted on the floor, and the arm is rowing on the side with the foot that's planted. Some people, they do in a more upright position where they're just leaning over like the dumbbell rack, where they're more just at an angle but more upright. But I like to do my single arm rows very hinged forward in almost in a plank position, but obviously not a plank position. Because some of you guys know already, my favorite exercise, or one of my favorite exercises, are renegade rows. And so this is kind of like a good practice for that. In this exercise, I'm using a 90-pound dumbbell, which for me is pretty heavy. I've already looked at these videos plenty of times, so I know exactly what the critiques I'm going to be making. But I will say is that I'll let the videos kind of play out. I won't pause too many times because of reasons. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to get into it. You guys are going to see how in this time, not super directly, but or probably not obvious to most people, but how my scoliosis does affect my exercise in this one particularly because of the lateral curvature of my spine. One side of the core of my core is weaker than the other side of my core. And typically it's my left side, although it really depends on the exercise because curvature is a lateral curve, and I don't have a C curve, I have an S curve. So for me, if you go look up here, if you were to see my spine, it would go this way and then curve, and then down here in the middle, you can't see the root, but it would go over here. So it fix it in that type of way. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and get to the critique. All right. All right. All righty. All right, so in this first video, as you see, I'm using a dumbbell for my support. I have it upright, so I'm not necessarily in the renegade row. My feet are staggered, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm very much hinged forward in this one. And even though I'm in this position with my hand at support, definitely, especially with this heavy weight, but even with lightweight, you always want to make sure that you engage your core. Some of you guys notice in a lot of my other videos when I'm doing anything with a single arm, I usually brace myself like this, like I'm to brace my core. But some exercises like this one in particular, I can't really do that. So sometimes it takes me some time to mentally prepare for the workout so I can remind myself you got to brace your core because it's going to be heavy. All right. So here goes my 90-pound row, starting with my left side. So usually I start with my right side, honestly, and I really shouldn't. I should start with my weaker side, which is typically my left side. But for this week, or for this video, which was about 2 weeks ago, for some reason, this is a spoiler alert, but my left side was actually stronger than my right side, which is very interesting. But anyways, let me play this video so you can see this is the first set of me doing my single arm rows. All right, gotta get that grit, All right. So this is my left side. I'm not too unhappy with this. I'm going a little fast. I'm getting that full range of motion. The weight's going all the way down, all the way up, but I'm doing a slight jerk, especially towards these last few reps. You can kind of see I'm kind of jerking that weight up to get in these last few reps. Boom, jerk and jerk and jerk. I don't like that. But that's what I do when I'm fatigued. Getting those last cheap reps in there. Now I'm switching sides as you see, just using the dumbbell for support. So I'm just switching sides real quick, making sure I'm aligned in the camera, and getting myself, like I said, mentally prepared. Trying to keep my back straight, my core engaged, lifting with the dumbbell for preparation. Now this is my right side. This one is almost the entire set is constant jerking, not Yeah, not fluid at all. Yes, I'm getting that full range of motion. I'm not holding at the top. I'm almost letting the dumbbell drop on its own. Struggling. You see the struggle. That was a struggle. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on. All right, so that was the first set. Now, one thing I'm able to do, since I do record my sets, I watch back every set after I'm completed. So during my rest period in between each exercise, I go straight to my phone, which is what I'm using to record, and then I watch back the set and make proper adjustments. If I notice my form is off, okay, then I'll be more intentional and trying to make sure that I'm making sure that my form is correct and on point. All right, so I know I did that this time. I looked at my form once again, starting with my left side, and the goal here for me was to improve both sides, both my left and my right side, but especially my right side. But I know one thing, like I said, I want to get that full range of motion. I want to hold it at the top and be a little bit more clean and a lot less jerky with my movements. So lifting the weights up to get that back straight, boom. So as you see, I'm going a little bit slower. I'm trying to hold it at the top a little bit longer, to try not to go too fast. Once again, the left side wasn't that terrible, but towards the end, I think starts to get a little bit less clean. Yeah, those last two reps weren't beautiful by any shot, but still better than the first set. Switching over to my right side, here we go. Trying to set up once again, make sure I'm in the frame, mentally preparing for this heavy weight, and remembering that my last set on the right side sucked. So I'm going to try my best to do much better, but we'll see if I get any better. Once again, trying to go slow. See, trying my best to have it slow and controlled, but already starting to just yank that weight up instead of nice clean motion. Yeah, very cheap. Oh, horrible. Those last like 3 or 4 reps were garbage. Yeah, struggling a lot that week with my right side. Not sure why. And I felt it more in my core than in my back. It was just hard for me to be stable and for me to have that control. All right. There should be one last set. Once again, in between sets, I was able to look at my form, seeing how I did. I probably saw some improvements, but I noticed once again my right side was very weak. So here I go again. This is my third and final set of my rows. Let's see if I got any better for this last one. All right. Picked up the weight, setting up, good. Once again, well, these ones are not as good. This set is not as good as my second set. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, there it's a little bit better. Some of these reps is very inconsistent. Some reps, oh, there you go. Now I start to yank it up. Not those last 2 reps real good. You see my rep count's pretty low. I wasn't counting, but I think I was doing about 6 to 7 reps per set. Since I'm going pretty heavy, this is pretty heavy for me, at least. My right side. Let's see if this gets any better. Try to get that grip. All right. Boom, already. That was a bad rep. Ooh, not a good rep either. It's hitting my stomach. I don't know if you guys can tell. Boom, hitting my stomach. Not even, I think almost every single rep of this one was terrible. Oh, yeah. And then I tried to improve it. Couldn't improve it. Couldn't get my grip. Ooh, yeah. Every one of those reps were a complete and utter garbage. It was hitting my stomach. I wasn't getting the full range of motion. Yes, I was getting that stretch at the bottom, not at the top. I wasn't getting it at the top as I should for that contraction. The isometric at the top. The eccentrics were all terrible pretty much for all 3 sets on my right side. My left side, I think my best set was my left side, second set left side. But other than that, this was a struggle for real. Yeah, some weeks are better than others. Sometimes I do pretty good. Sometimes I don't. It really depends on the week. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute before I end this video. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my critique of my own workout. So as you guys notice, when I post these as reels or shorts or on my TikTok, I try to find the best, a couple of reps that I can to post. So if anybody wants to use them, especially on TikTok, people like to save them, I guess, for later so they can use them to work out. I definitely don't want to be putting out there my worst reps. So this is my opportunity to show you guys that yes, I do struggle like everybody else. Not every rep and every set is perfect. A lot of my reps and a lot of my sets are not that great. Some days I struggle more than others. Sometimes it's just fatigue. Could be anything between like either my core, my hips, my shoulders, whatever it may be. Something struggling that day. So this is my way of showing you guys that, and hopefully this was beneficial. So once again, thank you guys for watching. And so until the next time, I will see you guys in the next video.